Hi, Vicki here, creator of Chakra Boosters Healing Tattoos and co-editor of Conscious Life News. Today I'm coming to you from beautiful Grand Canyon. The feeling here is just amazing and the weather is stunning today. And I want to talk to you about some radical ways that you can practice self-love right now. So the key is we don't want it to be a concept. We want it to be something you embody and something you do. Because you see, a lot of times we do things as a spiritual quote-unquote practice, but if it remains in the head, if it remains only in the heart or only in the energy field, the body doesn't get the memo. And when the body doesn't get the memo, what you see is your spirit wants to go one way and your body wants to go another. Your spirit has certain intentions and your body will actually thwart or sabotage those intentions. So these practices I want to be about things that you actually do that help you to create embodied love and acceptance for yourself. So the first thing I want to talk about is actually a video of mine that you might already be aware of. It has well over 100,000 views now on YouTube, and it's about Ho'oponopono. And I am just a huge fan of Ho'oponopono for self-love, because sometimes we hold judgments about ourselves and about others, and those judgments we don't know after a while whether we're judging them, they're judging us, we're judging ourselves. It becomes very confusing. So Ho'oponopono comes in and really clears the whole field, lets us be humble, lets us feel connected again. It's a Hawaiian practice that revolves around just 4 sayings. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Some people like to take out the I'm sorry. Personally, I like it in its traditional form. I think it's really good for the ego to just not even have to know a story and not have to have anything like it's the other person's fault. Even if you feel that you're mad at someone and it's their fault, if you continually say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, the energy shifts. And again, that's using the body to actually shift and align with the spirit rather than vice versa. And that will make the body actually come into more alignment. So, do Ho'oponopono is my first tip. My second radical tip comes from a really radical guy who likes to give us gangsta ideas on love, and it's Matt Kahn. And Matt Kahn says something brilliant, and that is that whatever you're upset with someone about because the way they're treating you or something, it's because you have a different expectation. You want something like, that person isn't respecting me, that person isn't supporting me, that person isn't whatever, being polite, even whatever it might be, there's a statement there of something you're needing that they're not giving. Or maybe even that person's just not being nice. They're just not being nice. So if someone's not being nice to you, it's probably because they're not being nice to themselves. And what Matt invites us to do is to bring it back to first healing, like realize we need to give that to ourselves. So if a lot of people are coming in your life and they're not being nice to you, maybe it's a mirror reflection that's going on because you're not being nice enough to yourself. So those people won't bother you anymore if you really stop and do something nice. Like, be nice. Stop and hug yourself and give yourself some niceties. Say some things that are supportive and really come from a real place when you do this. I guarantee if you can stop and do that, then what others do isn't going to have near the kind of effect that it can if you're not fulfilling your own needs. So in other words, what is it that you want from others, and then give that to yourself. That's a form of self-love. You want respect from others? Give yourself respect. How do you do that? You know how. How do you respect others? Respect others respect yourself the way that you would respect others. Another radical idea for giving yourself self-love is to create a weekly play date with yourself. Now, the idea is radical, but doing it's even more radical, because in this day and age where we have so many different appointments and so many different things in our life pulling at us, to actually take that time to honor a date with ourselves is so, so, so key. So if you know you love racquetball and you just want to do that, great. If you know you love something else, you love to hike and you have a special place you like to go to, great. But I'm talking about more an actual play date outside of your normal habits that you do for yourself. A play date that will surprise you. And this is key. It needs to surprise you. Don't plan it, just plan the day and the time. And then when you get to that day and that time, you ask yourself in the now moment, what do you want, self? What do you want? And then you make sure that you never reschedule for anything, because just feel into what you're saying to yourself. When you make a date with yourself, you keep that date, you listen to your spontaneous needs in this moment now, and you go and do it. That sequence of events is life-changing, and that's one of the most radical ways that I know to love yourself. And then for my last radical way is, a lot of people do affirmations. Personally, if you've seen some of my other work, you know I'm not a huge fan of affirmations, because I believe that the subconscious mind sometimes likes to argue with affirmations. Like if you say, I'm beautiful, your subconscious mind may agree, but it also may say, what are you talking about? You are not. At least I know that that's happened for me in the past. So what you want to do is put it in question form. So one thing that you can do with the self-loving aspect is just say, why am I loving myself more and more all the time? It's such a powerful question. And as you ask that question, you do not need to have any answers. You just ask the question, because the question itself will cause your subconscious mind to continue to ask itself why it loves itself more and more every day. And so your subconscious mind will be doing the work for you. Oh, because I'm doing things for me. I'm watching videos and reading books that make me feel better. I'm loving others more, so it's helping me to love myself more. I'm whatever it is, right? I'm having play dates. I'm doing whatever. So ask yourself every day, at least once, why am I loving myself more and more every day? And those are your radical ways that you can practice self-love. Sometimes it's not enough to just assume that, hey, I love me. You need to do the work. You need to keep being there for yourself. It's a relationship, so you want to physicalize it. You want to have actual practices. And these are some of the ones I suggest. I'm sure you have others. Be free to just comment below if you have any others that you want to add. We'd love to hear them. And I will see you at chakraboosters.com, chakraabundance.com, or on the next video.
Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. You can show you care with a like, comment, or especially a share. And check out more cool videos here.